last weekend. It was last weekend. It was like 1:15 in the morning, and someone was had a leaf blower going. I was like, open the window. I was like, got up and I was like, looking out the window. My wife's like, what are you doing? I was like, someone has a leaf blower. She's like, what? I said, I don't really care, but I know I'm getting blamed for this. I'm sure the neighborhood is blaming 1769 for this.
Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that this show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you are listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Yes, once again, or possibly for the very first time.
Possibly.
We did have some first times.
Someone always has to have a first time for the Chip and Cern.
Popping the cherry. The Chip and Cern cherry.
There you go. Well, we got smashing thumbs up from about the Joe wedding recap episode.
We did.
And the only people that really mattered was that the bride and groom enjoyed the recap of their own wedding.
We did. And you know what? We didn't even roast Joe, which was, I'm sure we got that would have been a negative review. But
yeah. And I think Joe, he doesn't, I understand why he doesn't listen. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. But I'm glad he enjoyed it. I'm glad his wife enjoyed it too. And I thought it was funny, and we got more great feedback. Felt like I was there, so we really paint a picture with our words, Cerny.
Wow.
But I think the image of us driving up this golf cart trail, switchback,
I think it was even funnier for the people that were there because they actually saw what we attempted. We said golf cart, but and golf cart / hiking trail.
Yeah, I mean, everyone was hiking down the trail because that's where you.
I didn't even think about it until I was like, what would happen if we were coming up the road and someone was hiking down? Like,
be like, sorry,
someone's got to go, and it wasn't gonna be the car.
And I don't think it's gonna be us who's stepping off to the side. Could you imagine like forcing a couple, in heels and a dress down the side of a hill because our giant car
the heels got to go off road because the Tesla is not.
Yeah, no. Sorry, I don't have the off road tire package on this one, so we're gonna have to.
My snow tires are at home.
Yeah, I left I left them at home, and then I actually did the next day. I did look up the Tesla Model Y has all-wheel drive. So
okay.
I think we were good then. We were good. I think.
There were some hairy moments there.
There was a couple.
I was like, oh, I'm getting a little nervous.
There was some sphincter tightening that was happening. But but we made it. And apparently the Choco Taco, I don't think we've been giving it a fair shake. Are you going
When I'm looking down I get it. It's a drum. It's like a drumstick in a taco form. But when I have Choco Taco or Snickers ice cream, Snickers ice cream wins 100% of the time.
Yeah,
100.
I mean, I might get one just to mix it up and see what we're talking about. Does the bottom of the shell have a chocolate layer like the drumstick?
I think it's like the waffle. Basically, it's like folded.
Okay.
The chocolate. The chocolate's like
the chocolate's dipped on the top, right?
Yeah.
And then there's like ice cream and chocolate kind of layers in the middle.
Yeah, in the middle. Yeah. Now, I did see a recipe for coffee ice cream in the new Joshua Weissman book.
Yes, Cerny and I's pre-orders just dropped. As you know, we're big fans of Joshua Weissman, and all the things that he's doing on his YouTube channel. You should check it out if you're into cooking or not. I think it's still still good, but the cookbook, amazing. And I will say, I got a nice little email from Amazon today. They said, "Oh, congratulations! We want to let you know because you pre-ordered, you got the pre-order guarantee. And if any time during the pre-order the price goes below what you paid, they give you the refund of the difference. So I got like $6.50 back.
Oh,
because I guess I pre-ordered it at $25 or whatever, and then it dropped to 20 or something. So
okay,
I'll take.
So
that.
maybe I have to check my email.
Yeah, maybe you got.
I think we pre-ordered right around the same time.
I think we probably did. But
it was pretty early on in his announcement.
We hustled right over to that because we wanted Papa Kiss. We wanted a Papa Kiss. What do you have your eye on? What was catching your eye in the cookbook? Just to
the bagel bread, bagel loaf. I'm really interested in that.
So it's a sandwich loaf, but then it had like an everything bagel seasoning on top, and
the dough is like a bagel.
Dough's like really a bagel.
Thick. The grain is really tight.
Crumb, tight, nice tight crumb. Oh, and then do you think you think you'll put a little cream cheese on that, or you just make a sandwich with that?
I think the world's your oyster at that point. You can either do cream cheese
That's
or make yourself a little, maybe a sandwich. I don't know.
You could march by the beat of your own drum.
Yeah.
That could be good for a Avo toast. Any toast.
Yes.
Any toast, really. Or, you know what would be good? I don't know if, I'm not going to eat this, but I don't know. You could. A lox.
I was just thinking lox and cream cheese.
Capers,
absolutely.
Little dill on there. Some flaky salt.
Yes.
Now I just had dinner, but I'm getting hungry again.
I just had dinner too.
He had a lot of different sauces, a lot of pickling things in there. There was like a whole 4 or 5 pages dedicated to pickling.
Yes, I was looking at some green beans, probably some okra.
Did you see the spicy kimchi butter?
No, I missed it.
There was about 5 different infused butters.
I need to go back. Is that in the front of the book, I assume?
I think it was in the front part of the book. But I'll text you the page after. If not, just open the book to page 69.
Let's go from there.
And go back. Speaking of 69, I was...
go
on. I was...
And this episode is dedicated by OnlyFans. Or brought to you by OnlyFans.
I forgot. I got sandwiches. We have this new sandwich spot that we've been liking, the Sourdough Sandwich Co. I think it's like a chain.
I do love Sourdough & Co. It is delicious.
Okay. So we've been going there, and the kids like their mac and cheese. It's very cheesy. So that's been a nice... As a parent, if you can find a one-stop shop that can please everybody, you kind of lean on it.
This is a good one. So we have the same thing, Sourdough Co. Or there's 2 of them out here. They're the same company, but are the same look. It's like one's called West Coast Sourdough, one's called Sourdough Co.
Okay,
same thing,
yeah.
Same number, same everything. So, when the kids get a little older, and you have like Jeffrey and like
9,
Zach,
10,
and we'll get these sandwiches. I'll get whatever it is, and they'll have. Jeffrey will go. I want a salami sandwich with provolone, but just salami, provolone, and bread. And then I would get it for him, but then after a while, it's like, wait a minute, why am I paying $8?
Oh my god,
for something we have in the fucking fridge? We have bread, provolone, and salami in the fridge. Not doing it anymore. Make your own.
Yeah,
unless you want to put. If you want to go wild and put something on there. Sure, but after all, I was like paying $8 a pop, and the same thing was that.
I know.
I want pepperoni and on.
To go to Subway for $5 and get a fucking 2-foot long sandwich for yourself. I'm the same way. I started doing the same thing, Cerny, because the kids just get the grilled cheese.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm paying $8 for a fucking grilled cheese sandwich on white bread, and I'm like, come on. One, I'll blow your dick off with the grilled cheese I can make at my house. 2, $8 for this thing.
I know.
And they put it on like a George Foreman grill in the back. I saw it. You're not pulling that by me.
No, I have Joshua Weissman book. You're not pulling that.
Oh, there's a grilled cheese recipe in there.
I saw it.
I hope the kids are ready. Sit down, kids. Daddy's gonna make you Papa's grilled cheese.
Yeah.
So
Jeffrey was like, I showed him. He's like, is that the fake cheese? I said, come on. I saw something today on Instagram where it's like, it had like the grilled cheese, like the classic grilled cheese. So it was like, this is the best sandwich until some motherfucker wants to sit next to you and tell you it's not real cheese. Like the Kraft singles. Like, I was talking to my wife about it. She's like, but that's like the classic best grilled cheese.
Oh, I got it.
I mean, I hate grilled cheese anyway.
Yeah. That it's not even cheese. It's like, it's some orange thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Place my order. You know, whatever, $35 or whatever. Okay, your order number is 69.
There we go.
And I
day.
literally just said, nice. And the kid that was working was like some 18 or 19-year-old kid. I think it kind of whooshed him, you know, went over his head a little bit. Immediately I took a picture and I sent it to my wife and I said, I know it's not our anniversary or anything, but you know,
but I just got this ticket number, so
I just hit the lottery on this. And I think I need to cash this ticket in. So then I put it in the car and I just kind of kept it on the center console. And then every time we get in and out of the car, I would just kind of like move it around and rustle it to like bring attention to it to see when my wife would look at it. And I'd just be like, oh yeah. I'd be like, oh, look, this is my receipt from earlier.
69.
69.
Look at that.
Just throwing, you know.
You know, it's the little things that get you through the day.
It is. That did carry me for probably the whole day. The hope.
You know, I was talking about this, well, not 69, but with a coworker, but just the little things like,
yeah, that's good.
Like we were talking about something and it was like some call was canceled. Yeah, I have a million. You know, my conference calls are ridiculous.
Yes.
So I had
They're
a conference call. It was canceled in the morning. It was like on a Friday. Friday morning, 6 a.m. canceled. It was like, And then my last call of the day, canceled. Oh, I was like,
crack a beer.
I'm rolling to the weekend. Yes. On a high note.
Nice. That is a great.
Stupid things.
That's a great one. And keeping on the 69 trend, I was doing. I didn't realize, you know, we're big fans of Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj and those type of ladies. And I didn't realize that Megan Thee Stallion had a song called 35 plus 34.
I wasn't aware of this too.
Now, if you do some quick math on that, that equals 69. So the song's about, hey, I'm 34 years old, you're 35, so let's 69. Because boom. So I started crunching. I know I haven't heard the song either. I think I don't know. There's a feature on it. We'll take a look later. So I started thinking about this quick, and I'm like, hold on, I'm 34, and my wife's a little bit older than me, and I'm like, starting January 13th, 2022, to May 2nd, 2022. We have a real opportunity. This is my sales pitch to the wife. I'm like, we have a real opportunity to do something very cool for ourselves. And
you could play the song in the background.
We could play a song in the background.
Set the tone.
And we have a few months to really blow it out of the water on the 69 stuff. Needless to say, I didn't get immediate buy-in. So I'm going to work on the sales process. It's long. We got some time still, but I got
some time.
I think.
So I would assume this is just planting the seed.
Yes, this is.
And now we're going to give it a little bit of water, a little bit of sunshine. So they cultivate.
Yeah, you got to grow. You kind of got to grow it a little bit because this. I mean, I wouldn't even want acceptance right now because it's too early. I don't want the excitement to die off and then have to repump it up. So it's just. I'm just putting out there into the universe, and then maybe I'll start playing the song a little bit more, and we'll see what happens. Now, Cerny, I don't know if you've given the Cerny Sluts an update on your appearance, on your summons to the
I haven't
HOA.
Given you an update either. I haven't given you an update either because I got another update this weekend.
Oh, well, you had to appear.
I had to appear.
On Zoom or something?
On Zoom.
Okay.
And it was the board. And it looked like
And your nemesis was there?
Oh, yeah, she was there. And this board was about, it looked like if every 80s movie where you like somebody would appear in front of a board, members and stuff, bunch of old dudes.
Crusty old white people.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was like, wow, this is And so we get on, and she said, "Hey, so did you have time to paint your fence?" I said, "Is that why we're here?" She said, "Yes." I said, "Well, I painted that before this before my hearing notice."
Yeah.
She's like, I said, "In fact, these pictures are old." She's like, "I take a picture every time." I said, "But where are they?" She says, "Well, sometimes they don't appear." I said, "No, you gotta have a picture. This is from." I said, "I painted this before you gave me the final. You gave me the final, so it has to be done by." It was like July 18th.
Oh, so they sent the final a little prematurely without actually checking if it had been completed.
They didn't even do it.
Interesting.
She's like, "Oh," and I said, "In fact, the second picture you have," she said, "Yeah, it's not in my house. I don't have stone in my house." And the board members were like,
Ooh, point Cerny.
So she's like, "Okay, well, I'm going to come out and check." I said, "You go for it. I painted it." Is that it? She said, "That's all we're here for." I said, "Okay, cool." So hang up.
So it was like 5-minute fucking thing.
Oh yeah, it wasn't even that. She said, "So you'll get it. Well, I'll come by. I'm going to come and check." I said, "Okay, you go for it. I painted it."
Let me know when you're coming so I can wait out for you with my fucking pipe.
She won't tell you. She wants to do it by surprise. So then she said, "Well, if it's painted, then I'll just give you a letter in the mail that's cleared." I said, "Okay, cool." So on Saturday, I get a letter in the mail saying, "Thank you for resolving the issue of your fence. Note, if there's any infraction like this in the future, you'll be automatically fined." I said, "Okay."
Interesting.
Then I had a second letter in the mail. I didn't tell you about this.
Ooh.
Oh, we never got any resolution on the garage situation. So you'll be fined $50. And if we come back and every day after the 22nd, you'll be fined $50. I said, I called her. I said, "Hey, wait a minute." I left a message saying, "We never talked about this. I asked you on the call." I said, "First off, it's supposed to be a courtesy notice, a final notice, and a notice of hearing. I got a courtesy notice and a notice of hearing. So we skipped our due process. We skipped one here. We skipped one of the strikes. It's not 2 strikes, you're out in fucking baseball. It's 3. Yes. The umpire doesn't get to change the rules mid fucking game.
Not even Angel Hernandez.
He tries, but didn't answer.
Oh,
so I called her back. Left her another one saying, "Hey, I left you a message. Again, I'm being fined, and because you couldn't prove because my garage door was closed, so you couldn't prove it. I know what it is.
Right. You don't have evidence anymore."
Yeah. So all she did was say, I left it on her office message. She emailed me a little bit ago and said, "I'm out of the office, but I got your message. Just send in a picture of your garage where you could park 2 cars in there, and I'll take your fine off." So she has to bust me, realistically, but now I'm going to have to try to prove it to her. I got an idea.
Okay. My wheels are also turning, Cerny.
I already got an idea. So I had 2 ideas. These are allegedly. This is for the show, just in case by some reason Twyla catches wind of this.
Pomp and circumstance.
Which I doubt it.
This is puffery.
She probably didn't even know what a fucking podcast is. What station is that on there? Is that FM or AM? Anyway.
It's on CB. Turn on your CB.
Yeah.
Breaker 19. This is the Rattler Roller. Over.
No. At first I was like, I wonder if so I was like, do I have any pictures of this like 2D, like when I first moved in?
Yes.
Don't have it. I was like, well, what if I Photoshop? I said, you know what? I'm going to do something even better. I am going to move everything out of the garage, but I'm moving it to the fucking street. I'm going to do it.
Take a picture.
And I'm going to clean out my garage. I'm going to blow my garage out because it's sawdust everywhere.
It's fall cleaning, sort of.
Yep.
Into summer cleaning.
Take a picture. I'm going to send it to her. And then I'll move everything back in.
And technically,
actually, I organize while I'm doing it. So
it actually will behoove you to do this.
Yeah. So it's a little. I'm getting one up.
You want me to bring the shop vac over, Cerny? I got all sorts.
Oh, I got one.
Oh, I no doubt that you would.
So I like to take the. So I'm sure this is partially why the neighbor disapproves, but there has been times where I have taken the leaf blower and just blew this cloud. It was like a cloud, just like out of the street. But
there's nothing illegal about that. You can't
clean
your
what
fucking
was
house.
Interesting.
What the fuck?
It's interesting though. It was last weekend. It was last weekend. It was like 1:15 in the morning, and someone was had a leaf blower going. I was like, open the window. I was like, got up and I was like, looking out the window. My wife's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Someone has a leaf blower." She's like, "What?" I said, "I don't really care, but I know I'm getting blamed for this. I'm sure the neighborhood is blaming 1769 for this." She's like, "What? Why do you think about this?" I was like, "Because I know how everybody is. They're blaming me, saying this fucking crazy ass is doing it under the cover of darkness."
Why would you? First of all, who has the energy to be blowing leaves?
I don't know.
At that
but
time?
Yeah, I heard it. I was like, "The hell? Someone's blowing their leaves?" I said, "Well, I mean, more power to you. I don't really care, but I know I'm getting blamed for this."
Yeah, well, because the change of the seasons is happening. That's a bit of a neighborhood curiosity. I have a neighborhood curiosity of my own, which leads to a story that I share with you a little precursor. So we live very close to my daughter's school, so we can walk to school, and we go to the park all the time there. And so we would, get off work, take the kids to the park. They'd ride their bikes or their scooters down to the park. We walk like a block and a half. We're at the playground. It's great. A couple times, and this is in the last year, a few times there that I've been at the park, which is, I maybe have been there 20 times. I have seen someone who lives across the street from the school, this woman, take her garbage bag and run across like 3 or 4 lanes of like a decent kind of like road.
That street. Yeah. So that's a heavily trafficked road.
It's not like a residential street. It's a, it's a street. It's a road.
It's a busy street.
And she takes her garbage.
What would you call that? Anyways, sorry.
I don't know, but there's a double yellow line, so it must have some classification on it. And she takes her garbage bag, which is full, and goes up because there's a baseball field at the school, so they have like a couple garbage cans there, and she puts it in there. And I've seen her do this probably 4 or 5 times. And at first I'm like, okay, everyone's been there, right? Your garbage cans.
Yeah, I've done that a few times.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh fuck.
Your garbage can's full. You there was a birthday party or you had a pizza party and there's too much cardboard. I totally get it. So the first time it didn't strike me as anything odd, but then every time it came to the park, it didn't matter if like garbage day was on a Monday or a Tuesday. It was happening on all sorts of different days, but always in the evening. And I was like, that's really weird. That's strange. So I told my wife about it, and the park has been under construction, so we haven't been going to the park. So I have a lapse in my observations. Now we were driving somewhere for whatever. We were driving. I think it was to the wedding. Maybe we had the kids, and we were pulling up. And I look over, I'm like, oh, and I tap my wife. I'm like, look, there she goes. She's moving the garbage again. Remember I told you about this? So I'm trying to remind my wife about this.
It's vindication.
I'm like, it's happening. Now,
all the stories.
You could see it too. I'm not going crazy. And our daughter's at the age to where she's listening to everything that is happening. And she's like, what are you guys talking about up there? And I said, oh, well, this woman is throwing her trash not in her trash can. And my daughter was like, okay. And I said, well, you're not really supposed to do that because, you have a garbage can, so just put it in there. And, you're not supposed to do it. I think I might have said it might be illegal.
Oh.
But, I mean, a 5-year-old doesn't understand that why things are illegal,
And if you break it, you're automatically going to jail or you're a bad person. Yes,
exactly. And so I said, oh, and she was like, why is she doing it? I said, I don't know. I think it's illegal, but you're not supposed to really do that. It's just odd that she's doing it. And she goes, well, Dad, we do that all the time.
Damn it.
And I looked at my wife. I'm like, yeah, I said we do. Because, so we have 5 humans in this house, and our across the street neighbor is this lovely woman, and she lives by herself. So her giant recycling bin is rarely even half full, as mine's always Boobling over the top.
Yeah,
Busting over the top. So there has been a time or 5 that I have taken some folded up Amazon boxes and into the cover of darkness, place them in her thing as I look around.
I've done mine in the morning. So,
nice.
To give you context, now it's 5 humans here as well.
Yes.
And Zach is one of the people who has to take the trash out.
It's his duties.
That's his duties. Well, he just heaves it over there and that's it. So there's been times where I'm like, hey, take the trash out. Oh, I rolled them out front. So then when I come out the next day,
it's not gone.
I have a note on the trash can from the trash man saying, hey, you're supposed to have your lid closed all the way before he picks it up. So this is why I'm sure I've told him we are the trashiest motherfuckers on the block because they have all these rules and we follow 0 of them. So I got a letter on the thing saying
the garbage person put a letter.
The fucking truck and said you couldn't close your lid.
What the fuck?
I was like, fuck. We're gonna skip it next time. Well, I got 2 of them actually. It's like 2 weeks later. I was
Plot
like,
thickens.
Must have been something else. Must have been a day off. You gotta give me one of those. I already forgot. So I was like, so there's been a few times where I'm like, I put the trash in and I look because I'm like, ooh. Now it's like anxiety, right? You're like, fuck, this is closed all the way. No, fuck. And I'm looking like, where's it? Who lives by themselves? Oh, this person right here.
Yes.
Walk over there and just start throw it in there.
Nice.
I've done it right in the middle of like I can see the fucking truck coming down the street, and I'm like, oh fuck it, run over there and just throw it in there real quick.
I've done it because we live in a court, so he's past ours, and there was an extra pile in the garage. I'm like, I'll add it, I'll roll it over to next week, and he's doing the turn, I go run across the street, throw it in that lady's thing, like right in front of him. I don't know what the big deal is about, I get it. You don't want it. Yeah.
But it was in a bag. So I don't know. Maybe you're just having a bad day. I just like, it was like all in a row. It was like HOA slapped me with letters and then the garbage man. I was like, man, the city and the HOA.
Hey, really? Fuck. They're after you, man. Your address is on you're on some sort of list. No doubt.
I know. We're on the naughty list. Santa's going to skip our fucking house too.
No doubt something's up. Something's up there. So I don't know. I'm still going to continue doing the trash thing, but now I need to have a little chat with the little lady about. I don't know.
You know what I like is when you have the stories. Like I tell my stories all the time, but then when it's like unfolding, like see, it's like it gives you like a justification. Here's a good one. So I went to Lowe's for something. It was a long time. Mm-hmm. Went to Lowe's. And I was walking and there was this guy there. He was weird. Like he had like a little daughter that was like maybe 1.5. Mm-hmm. He's like, hey. I said, I don't know who the fuck this is. He's like, you look very familiar. And I was like, I don't know. And he goes, no, you do. I was like, yeah, but you don't look familiar to me. Sorry. Well, where did you live? Like, and then he wanted to have like this whole conversation, like where do I work and this and that.
No,
and I was like, well, I live in Folsom. He's like, where at? I said, oh, God. Over by the golf course. Oh, what street? I said, just over by the golf course. Okay. What are you trying to rate me or something? So, and he wants to talk about where I work. And I said, oh, okay. And it was like 10 minutes. I was like, I got to go. Like, I'm here for, like, I was after work. And I was just like, okay. So then I saw him again. He's like, hey, you look familiar. I was like, yeah, you stopped me before over here. It was in the same spot. It was the same spot.
Wait, in the same trip?
No. It was like a week later. It was like I was back again.
Oh my God!
It's like, oh fuck! He was there. And I was like, oh shit. So then I was telling her, there's this guy. He fucking because she's like, what took you so long? I was like, there's this guy. He's talking to us. She's like, well, and she doesn't believe. She's like, oh, right, okay, yeah. You got lost in the tool section.
So you were playing Pokemon.
And,
yeah.
I get accused of that too. So and sometimes
that is true.
Yeah, sometimes it gets straight. But I usually fess up like, yeah, I got sidetracked. There was something going on, whatever. But this I was like, no, there's this guy there. She's like, oh, okay. I said, I'm being serious. He stopped me and was like talking. She's like, okay. And then it happened again. I was like, the same guy was here. She's like, no. I said, yes. And it was the same lines. I said, he has like he probably has like his sister's kid fucking cruises Lowe's for dudes or something. Like I thought that's what it was. That's kind of how it looked.
Oh,
She's like, no.
okay.
She's like, no. I said, yes. Like he has a kid, like maybe the guy has let their guard down. And he's like, I don't know. It was fucking weird. Like the questions he's asking is weird.
Yeah,
so
really.
Then we're there.
Really detailed question about what street you live on and shit.
And where I work and how I work there. And,
I don't need any new friends, sir.
How many kids do you have? It's like, who the fuck are you, dude? Yeah, it was weird. That's why I was like, the hell? I was like, okay. So it happened again. So then it was like maybe a month later, I was in Lowe's. He was there again and he got me again.
Does he work there?
It was the same lobby. It was like right by the tile section. I was like, fuck. Which one wasn't there? I was like, I'm fucking telling you. So I texted, dude, he got me again. She's like, you are, maybe it's somebody. I said, there's only one weirdo with black hair and a little baby girl that serves the cart and wants to ask me about all these questions and say I look familiar.
Is there
ever
you look familiar.
You try to
in his cart?
Scam. Was that? No, that's the other thing. There's nothing in his cart. There's nothing in his cart.
Dude, is he is he undercover or something?
I don't know. So here it's better. So now this like 3 weeks after that, I was in Lowe's with my wife and he had somebody. I said, there he is. That's him. He has a little girl and he cornered this poor fucking sucker who's about my age right there talking to
me.
Oh,
he had another victim already.
Yeah, he had another victim. I said, see, there it is. There he is. I said, go look at tile next to him and listen to his fucking questions. She's like, no. I said, no. Be like, I walked over there. I said, stand right here. And she's like, wow, that was weird. I said, I told you, he got me 3 times. So then we were shopping, doing something else in the front of the store. He's like, hey, you look familiar to somebody else. Got somebody else. I said, see?
The same line of questioning?
Same line of questioning, nothing in his cart. And I was like, this guy's either a serial killer or he's like Dexter or some kind of crazy shit. I don't know what's going on.
Dexter was a serial killer too.
I know. But he's like a mastermind. He's not just, randomly picking like Ted Bundy. So then, this is at Lowe's. So then
you got to go to Home Depot now.
We went to Home Depot and he was there walking out with nothing in his cart. And he's like, he looked and pointed at me and I was like smacking my wife. I said, this, look, she's like,
oh my God.
Dad, oh my God. I said, dude, what is going on?
Did he follow you or something?
I don't know.
You should have covered your license plate up or something.
But I felt so much better that, actually I swapped cars by then. So it was just happened to be there. I guess he's just cruising the stores. Maybe he's just picking up guys or something. I don't know.
Interesting.
Or maybe he's a serial killer. I have no idea what his story is, but it's like, because he always says I've never seen him buy anything. He just walks around with an empty cart and a little girl
and a kid in the front. Cart.
Yeah. And he just, hey, what's going on?
Does the kid look like it could be his?
No, she's like, I mean, I don't know what the mom looks like, but he has dark hair, like blackish hair, and she has blonde hair. That's why I was like, it's probably his sister's kid.
Yeah.
Or it's just some random
troll
victim's kid.
If he's trying to get some pipe, he should go to the plumbing department.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Or faces or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you need help laying that pipe?
Half-inch, quarter-inch.
I can handle it all.
So now every time we go to Lowe's, I always go to my wife. I said, what if he's here? She's like, stop, would you? So later today, I was there by myself. I texted her. I was like, what if he was here? She's like, would you stop?
When's the last time you saw this guy?
Not for a while. Maybe COVID got him. I don't know. Maybe he's settled down. I haven't seen him for a while. And it was always like,
interesting.
It was like, usually it was like on the weekend I saw him, but there was a couple times where I was like, oh, I need some, like, that's why at Home Depot, usually I go to Home Depot for lumber because they have usually more of it for whatever reason.
Interesting.
And he was there. And I was like, when I saw him at Home Depot, I was like,
was he in the same department as Lowe's and Home Depot? Like, is he only?
No, he was actually happened to be walking. Like, he happened to be walking out as I was walking in.
Oh,
but he had nothing. He had nothing in his cart. It was just a girl.
You've gone at 6 p.m. You've gone at 1 p.m. You've gone at 10 a.m. on the weekends, and he's
yes, because I tried to do like the first time I saw him, it was like 5:30 on like a Thursday.
Okay, so after work
going
time.
to the tile because I was like, because we were doing like the bathroom or some shit. And I was, it's usually like the usual shit. I was short like 4 tiles. And fuck. So I went over there and it was like he was there. And then the next time I saw him, it was like 11 o'clock on a Saturday morning, and he was but it was the same aisle, like, dude, because that one back lobby is kind of open.
Interesting.
And that's when he had his other victim. when the third time he got there or whatever it was, and then like I was like,
And the other victim was a male, a white adult male.
yep.
Interesting.
With the backwards hat of Mercy, he was like, oh yeah, like he was like, oh okay. I was like, yeah, this guy's freaked out too. I've been in your shoes, buddy, a couple times.
Blink 3 times if you need to. Get
3 times
if you're unsafe.
Just start. Like it'd be weird because I like to do the thing where you start just inching away.
Yeah.
Like, you try to wrap up the conversation, and I think maybe he kind of felt it, but he kind of kept it going.
Kept the hooks in though.
Backing away.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I gotta go. Well, yeah, he starts talking. I'm like, fuck, dude.
I'm gonna go over. Oh, someone's calling me. See ya. I've not been caught up like that before.
Yeah,
that's worrisome.
I'm
a little.
It only made me feel better though because I kept telling her. She's like, no, you're lying. I said, I'm being serious. I always admit if I'm playing Pokemon,
wow,
fucking around in the tools or was doing something else. There's a guy who got me. She's like, no.
Interesting.
And then she saw the first hand. I said, there he is. He's at work right here.
Have you checked America's Most Wanted? Maybe look, see if he's on there.
Oh man,
I don't know. That's odd. It's definitely odd.
I always forget to bring that up on the show, but once you start talking about stories, and then you gotta tell your wife, I was like, oh wait, I had one. I remember.
Yeah. Okay, so the trash thing. What do you think the trash thing's about, though? Do you think they're overflowing that much, or?
I don't know how many people I always want to ask, like, excuse me, I don't really care. I'm
just curious about the situation.
Yeah. So how many people you got in your house?
I know they do have 2 kids, 2 boys or something, and they're probably like, probably around Jeffrey's age.
Okay.
So, maybe 2 kids, let's just say 7 and 9 or 8 and 10, something like that, I think. 2 boys. But, I don't know.
That's strange.
In Marin, they also give you they basically give you the smallest fucking garbage can they possibly can.
Oh, you know what? They gave when I first moved in, I had the same thing where I was like, that's where I was like trying to like run over the neighbor's trash because it was tiny. It was like, come on, this is like a wastebasket.
I know. So maybe they're trying to save money and keep the smallest. Maybe they don't know they can just say, hey, we're going to give you an extra $20 a month, but we need the fucking normal size garbage can because we have lots of people here. Maybe it's that.
I actually got an upgrade. But I had to prove that the trash can was broken to begin with. Yeah, they said, well, is it broken? Like, yeah. Leave it out. We have to inspect it. If it's broken, we'll take it. We'll give you a new one.
So you took a hammer to the wheels, busting them off?
Yeah, I took a hammer to the side and cracked the side.
I mean, they should have just given you and swapped it out.
Yeah, that's what I says. I mean, it's kind of small. We have at that time we had 6 people in the house.
Wow.
And it was tiny. I was like,
yeah,
okay.
like, if you just have a regular size garbage can, you should be able to, I think ours can probably fit like 2.5 bags.
Yeah, this one was like, he dropped 1 bag in.
And it's kind of full.
Like 3/4 of the full. Full. I was like, fuck.
That's not going to fly.
Here's Monday. What the fuck are we going to do for the rest of the week?
Oh, dude, nothing is worse than when you look at your garbage situation and you got at least 5 days until garbage day. And you're like, we're going to be I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to dig a hole in the backyard because I'm going to have to bury some of this.
There's been a couple times, though. Been a couple times where the trash was emptied and like the kids would do their trash duty. And I've come out and I was like, I come inside. I'm like, hey, they fucking forgot to take our trash out. And my wife's like, no, actually, we filled it. I was like, they took it this morning. We're fucking full. She's like, yeah. I was like, God damn it. I was like, well, so then like Walmart.
Yes.
In the track of the truck, I loaded Walmart and threw it into the dumpster.
Mm-hmm. I've done the same thing at Trader Joe's. I'm like, okay, where?
I think it's not Walmart, actually. It's whatever's closest. I can't remember. Rayleigh's.
Yeah.
And the school.
So maybe it's a money-saving thing, or maybe they don't know they can upgrade or something. But it also seems like a lot of work. Like, I wouldn't want to be running across I'm a little bit worried that she's going to get hit by a car one time or something.
Yeah, no, it's not worth it.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to do a little bit more digging into this. The investigation has it's still open.
It's open.
Yeah,
it's open.
And it was a cold case, but now we got a hot new lead. And I got a new detective on the case with the wife.
Oh, there you go. Got a partner.
Yeah. Partner. Oh, well, we had our recall election for the California residents, which, I mean, to be honest, you can't assume anything these days. So
no,
I was a little bit nervous, but I also was kind of confident, but it ended up being a landslide.
Yeah, it ended up being a landslide. But yeah, I was the same way. I was like, I'm hearing all this great news, but until I see the fucking final. Until I see the check mark, fuck.
Yeah. So I saw that the total cost of the recall election was $274 million.
Yeah, it was something crazy. Yeah, 274.
Which is odd because...
Thanks, GLP, for draining the swamp, you fucks.
I think, don't they, preach being financially conservative and being no big government, no
big government. Get the money to the people through whatever it is, but then this costed money. And then they'll complain about the waste of the government spending.
Yeah. But then they
caused it.
Because
it's the same thing with
the masks.
The same thing with the endless war, We don't have enough money for social programs.
Yeah.
But we have plenty for
our military budget was isn't it like 4 times what the next closest country's budget
it's
is?
like if you add up to the next 4 countries, it's like not even
even close.
But we don't have money for this shit. The important stuff.
Yeah.
No education, no nothing like that.
No. Well,
you hear there's that meme like fuck them kids. The GOP, the fuck them people.
Oh yeah. Unless you're in utero. Then they care a lot about you, apparently. But then the second you come out of the vagina,
I saw that thing. George Carlin. Carlin, yeah, he had that saying. The GOP, they really love you when you're a fetus, but after you're born, fuck you.
I mean, literally,
don't give a shit.
They
don't give a shit after.
Lock you in a cage. Don't want to give you any money to help if you're down on your luck or having a rough
no food,
patch.
No, fuck you.
No food.
But when you're in the belly,
yeah,
that's it.
But you can't. Yeah. No free lunches at school because you don't want the kids to get spoiled. I heard that.
Now, does your school do free lunch?
Yes.
So ours does too.
Yeah. And I think where we live,
it's great.
Yeah, I totally approve of it. I think where we live, we probably are getting one of the better ones in the country, and I don't think any kid's going to feel spoiled on. It's not like they're getting the riches of culinary riches. Joshua Wiseman,
no lobster.
There's no lobster rolls, or no hoagies in their fucking no crazy crab sandwiches in their lunch. It's like a milk, a bag of carrots.
That's like cheeseburgers and stuff.
Yeah, it's like food that kids are going to eat, right? But
I was like, I saw it, and I was like, damn, where was this when we were in school? Even high school, Zach's like, oh yeah, school. I got lunch today. I was like, dude, fuck. I lived off of this the stupid $5 cheesy bread and soda for
oh my god,
4 fucking years.
The stuff that we were eating in high school right now, I'm like getting acid reflux just thinking about this.
Cheesy bread and a cherry Pepsi, or we had like
and then a bag of Ruffles.
Ruffles, but the
sour cream and cheddar Ruffles.
Yep.
I specifically remember one. Oh fuck, I can't even. This memory is so implanted in my head. Literally, okay, yeah. So at Wood Creek High School, now the garlic cheesy bread was fucking good though. It was bomb. It was probably 8-inch French loaf with cheese and garlic melted, and you would just eat it. It was really good, and then you would get a soda, of course, like whatever soda. Pick your poison, Dr. Pepper or whatever you want, and then to top it off, sour cream and cheddar bag of chips or bag of Ruffles. So just the pinnacle of health for growing young male bodies. And I remember eating that. We would probably eat that almost every day. And then sometimes if you're feeling real spicy, you go back and get the cookies. Remember the cookies?
Forgot about the cookies. Yep, you're right.
Miss Fields, you get like a 4-pack. I would always opt for the crisper ones.
Oh, yes, that's right. Because that's what we always argued. Which one was better? Crispy.
I always like the crispy part. But anyway, I think we even would go in on the bag, and then you would just break off the crispy bits for me, and I would eat those.
I would eat the middle. Yeah. That's right.
And I remember one baseball practice, we probably had to run laps. I remember throwing up like early on in practice because I was just so sick.
We got in trouble when we started running laps.
I mean, that happened.
I couldn't tell you which time it was because we got in trouble all the time.
Yeah, we did.
Usually for some sort of wisecrack or some sort of horseplay that we were doing something.
Because literally, we in high school, we would get into these things to where for like 3 months straight, we would just only say we would just be into certain phrases or words. Vulcan. We'd just be punching each other for 3 months, and then one day it would just stop, and it would never happen again.
Someone would get hurt and get kind of agitated. Usually, remember it was DJ.
Yeah,
or he used to get really pissed, and it was like, okay, truce. Because then he would I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Like, okay, it's good.
And he could literally put a dent in your head. He was that strong of a kid.
Yes, ask Tony.
Yeah,
dead in the face with the baseball. But that was an accident. But anyway, he would get really mad
and that stopped it. But
okay, truce. But it would just move on to something else. It wasn't like it just stopped and we would all shake hands and we saw each other. Good evening.
We would. Everything was just some dumb thing that we were doing just to entertain ourselves and to make each other laugh.
Especially for those who, I'm sure everyone who listens to the podcast knows, but for everybody who doesn't know, baseball, there's a lot of downtime.
There's a lot of downtime.
Even in practice, there's a lot of standing around, so then there's a lot of fucking around.
Yes, especially when you're a 16, 17, or 18-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Young man, and I don't know, half the team is like your good friend. You're good friends with like 10 people on there. And all we would see each other every single day, not like for hours,
literally hours. You would hang out these weekends. We Saturday morning we'd be together. And then it was like Sundays or one down day.
We couldn't get enough
together, horsing around doing something.
Yeah, we couldn't get enough. But always it was how could we be fucking around? And that's why Joe's wedding was so good. It was like the some far off chapter in a book.
Yeah.
And I was looking there and I was like, oh my God, we should get the old high school pictures out because there's got to be a picture of all of us standing there and then smash cut to how many years later? 18? 15 to 18 years later, and there we are. Some of us a lot more rotund than others. A lot hairier on the face.
Well, actually, I have
less hair.
Less hair.
Some less hair. A lot more miles on those tires for sure. But yeah, so well, we did it, Cern. We did it again. Another
we covered the gambit.
Another good one. We didn't even talk about MLB and the Giants clinching. First team to clinch the playoff berth.
I mean, if you actually go to MLB, it's nonstop Dodger love.
That's fine. Let them love on the Dodgers. You know what is interesting though? The Dodgers have the second best record in the whole fucking league. And they're second place. They have a
that would be the shitty thing is if it depends on whoever it is, it's Giants or Dodgers. Like you have the 1 and 2 best records, but you got to play in the wild card game.
Yes,
but, that's how it goes. Because I heard them whining about that. I think it was MLB Network.
It's just
they have the second best, and they're playing. That's like. Remember when you were a Braves fan probably, but remember the Giants had like 100 wins,
yeah.
And then the Braves had like 103, and the Giants missed the playoffs because they didn't have like the whole wild card format now. So it was like
Remember
it was just like the National League and the American League, and it was like however they did it was like 3 and 3 or whatever. I forget.
They didn't have the runoff playoff game, the wild card playoff game back then. It does give me some bit of hope that the Dodgers could potentially just have a bad wild card game and be out. I mean, that would make me
right
so
now.
happy.
If the season closed today, the Cardinals would be playing them.
Cardinals are playing good baseball right now.
The Padres are not. They're falling.
Yeah. Well, they're doing everything they can to get out of the. Yeah. And I heard that
it's 5-2 Padres.
Trevor Bauer is out for the rest of the year.
Possibly.
He gone.
Possibly for the rest of his.
I would
career.
be not shocked if he just got released. Seems like a liability on multiple
big
fronts.
time liability.
Multiple fronts. He's the type of guy. Yeah, he doesn't. Anyway, we don't need to spend any more brain energy on that clown.
Douche.
But let's make sure everyone's getting vaccinated, doing the hand washing, all that good stuff. And especially if you're trying to cash in on a 69 receipt, better wash your dick. Better wash your pussy. That's what I'm saying. So I'm just my situation's been in tip-top shape because you never know when it's going to happen.
Could be a surprise.
Could be a surprise.
Sometimes you can't plan them out, so you got to stay ready.
Stay hard, stay ready. Till next time, I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
Cheers.